Hi, this is Water and Air 1111. Thank you for watching another video of mine. I hope you all have been doing well. Thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing to my channel and to my videos and getting personal readings. If you're interested in a personal reading, the link to my website is in the description below. I'm sorry that I didn't release a video for Friday. I just had a few other things going on, life happening, but I'm back as we start off this new week. So this is going to be just a general energy reading for the Divine Masculine to see what's going on, where they're at, where their head's at, and that sort of thing. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good week this last week. We're officially out of Mercury retrograde. We are still in the shadow period. But you know, things are on the up and up, and I hope things are starting to move forward, that you're not dealing with any other like delays in communication, issues with technology, or any of that stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to be using a few different decks. The main deck I'm going to be using is my Angel tarot deck, and then I have my Rider-Waite and Crystal Vision here that I will use as well. So let's see what's going on with the Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine. Okay, wow, the first card that came out, Page of Water, Page of Cups. And so at the bottom it says a new person enters your life, a relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. So we'll look into that in a second. Divine Masculine's current energy. Okay, more water, 9 of water, and it says your wish comes true, concerns fade away, a love of life. And we'll get one more card for Divine Masculine's current energy. Okay, King of Air, King of Swords, speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. Okay. So again, we have the Page of Cups, Page of Water, 9 of Cups, and the King of Air, King of Swords. So I feel like right off the bat, Divine Masculine is moving towards their dreams. I feel like Divine Masculine may be getting advice or guidance from someone else about their dreams, or telling someone else, expressing to someone else what their dreams or what their goals are that they're trying to move towards, with the King of Air and the 9 of Water. But let's go into each of these. So with the Page of Water, again, it said a new person enters your life, a relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. Especially with this heightened psychic abilities, I feel like Divine Masculine are experiencing that a lot right now. A lot of the intuitive sides of themselves. So let's see, what is this Page of Water about? The Divine Masculine's current energy. What is this Page of Water about? Okay, so we have the 4 of Swords, clarifying that. And the bottom of the deck that we had is the 6 of Cups. So I feel like from the intuitive side, again, Divine Masculine may be having dreams or just having lots of psychic insights into their Divine Feminine. I also feel like with this 4 of Swords, you, Divine Masculine, may be taking action or moving towards someone who you have previously been in this 4 of Swords energy with. So because we have all of these cups energy, I feel like the Divine Masculine, you know, you may be the water sign, or you're a Divine Feminine, or person you're dealing with may be a water sign. But I feel like you are moving towards someone in your past, like returning to someone from your past who may be in the more recent time period you've been in the Four of Swords, you've been kind of not talking to, not speaking with, or just not dealing with at some level. You may be going to them, opening up, beginning a new phase. And especially for the beginning of a new phase, I feel like there's just going to be time where this is like a time of reconnections, basically, of getting back in contact with someone from the past, or just starting a new phase of the relationship. So like taking things to a deeper level, having a better understanding of either yourself or the person that you are dealing with, your divine feminine. So let's get a card from this deck. So why is this Four of Swords here? Why is this Four of Swords here? Okay, so we have the Moon reverse and the Empress reverse. So yeah, in the past, or maybe in the more recent times, and what you're working on changing right now, Divine Masculine, is that you didn't release secrets. You were more like overwhelmed by secrets. You didn't release secrets. And with the Empress reverse, it's like no new beginning happened because either you didn't release your emotions to your divine feminine, or you released too many emotions and it kind of caused a pause to happen between you and your divine feminine. Kind of two opposites ends of the spectrum. Yeah, bottom of the deck, Six of Wands. So some of you may have released all of your emotions and taken like an emotional dump, or someone taking an emotional dump on you, and then that kind of pulsing things and being like, okay, that's a wake-up call, that's a reality call. I didn't know they felt this way, or they didn't know you felt a certain way, and then things kind of stalled out. So let's see, why was this Moon card in reverse? Again, it could definitely be a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, so clarifying the Moon reversed, we have the Tower, the Judgment card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Cups reversed. So I feel like you, Divine Masculine, with this Moon card in reverse, you may have recently, some of you, this Moon reverse and the Empress reverse doesn't have to do with your divine feminine. It's some other situation you were dealing with that caused you to go into a state of kind of retreat from your divine feminine, because you're needing to basically heal and need time to recover and recuperate from something. So we had the Wheel of Fortune. So we had the Wheel of Fortune, the Judgment card, and the Tower. So you may have recently experienced some situation, Divine Masculine, where you felt really overwhelmed or you felt really detached because you went through a Tower moment, because a karmic cycle was finally coming to the end, coming to a conclusion. But even though that's a positive thing, the way that it came about, it was abrupt. It was like something sudden happened. It was abrupt. It was clear. What's done is done. It's time to move on. And that could have left you feeling either really detached from the situation and ready to move on, or really overwhelmed. But either way, you were hit with whatever all this information was, and you weren't feeling ready to go about and pursue anything else. Hence the Four of Swords, despite the Six of Cups being the bottom of the deck. You were retreating from like other relationships, other connections, specifically with your divine feminine in your life, because of whatever this Tower moment situation was about, and whatever this Wheel of Fortune was that got concluded. So let's see if we can figure out what came to a conclusion that was causing the retreat. But again, since it's something that you're coming out of with this Page of Water, you're ready to kind of make amends and to reignite again a situation that you've been retreating from. So let's see if we can see what this is about. And sorry, I'm just laying the cards on top of each other. My table is not super large. And I think I'm going to try and find a new camera angle over the next couple of weeks so they can show more cards at one time. Okay, so let's grab a different deck to see what's going on. Okay, so what is this Tower moment about? What was this Tower moment about? What happened? Is it about change? Okay, so we have the Tower moment clarified by the Tower again. This is about legal things. It's also about, like, it could be about marriage, commitment, structures, organizations, work, things of that sort. We also have the Wealth card, and we have the Heart. Bottom of the deck is a message. So you may have received some type of message, Divine Masculine, that really, you may have received a message either that, like, your job was ending, or that a relationship that you had with someone or some organization was ending. Some of you divorced. Some of you got your final papers for divorce, and although that was a positive thing and it allows you to move forward, you needed time to kind of rebound and recuperate from that. Others of you, something related to your job ending was the thing that kind of shocked your world, rocked your world, maybe getting laid off, or maybe just deciding to leave for whatever reason from your job that you had been out a while. And let's see what this King of Cups is. Why is this King of Cups reversed? Yeah, so this is the owl. It's about wisdom. It's about communication. So I feel like whatever it was that had the abrupt ending, whether, like I said, it was work, some type of relationship, or some just kind of shake up in terms of where your heart is at, where you want to pursue your life in terms of applying your energy. Once that Tower moment happened for you, you kind of quickly moved into the, okay, well, I'm not turning back, I'm going in a different direction, and you're ready to move forward. It's like you learn the lessons. But I do feel like it's almost like someone was breaking up with you or something like that. Like someone let you go from work, from your job, or something catastrophic happened where it was like all of a sudden you thought you had a job and they're like, actually, we no longer need you, or you're no longer working the hours you used to work, or a relationship ended, maybe receiving final divorce papers about something. Something like that happened. And so after that happened, you're like, okay, well, that's the final judgment. I got to move forward and go in a different direction now. And then with the King of Cups reversed, that communication, you just kind of all of a sudden learn the lesson very suddenly, and you're like, okay, let me detach from the situation. Yeah, it's overwhelming, but I need to be wise about this. I need to move forward in the way I need to. Yep, bottom of the deck. You're ready for a change in season. So let me just get one more card on the Page of Cups. I think I'm spending a long time on this one. Why else is this Page of Cups here? Divine Masculine's current energy. Why else is this Page of Water here? The High Priestess. Okay, so you're following your intuition, Divine Masculine, to go to whatever your new situation is, to go to your Divine Feminine and begin a new, take the relationship to a new phase. Take a new phase in terms of your relationship with yourself, of how you interact with others for your life. But I think it's definitely related to your Divine Feminine. Bottom of the deck is the Sun, because you know your happiness and you're following your intuition about it, even though you don't know everything. Again, with the Page of Water, you're ready to go to a new area and you're ready to express yourself. And again, heightened psychic ability. So your Divine Feminine energy, like I mentioned at the beginning, I think is just on fire right now. So that was the Page of Cups. So if we go to the Nine of Water, Nine of Cups, your wish comes true. Concerns fade away, a love of life. So what is this Nine of Water about for Divine Masculines? What is this Nine of Water about? Okay, the Magician. Okay, so you're ready to make your dreams come true, Divine Masculine. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot card. You're ready to move forward. Again, we're getting that water sign energy. You're ready to make your dreams come true. You're ready to put in the work and effort. I feel like some of you are getting a little scrappy. You're getting creative. You're like, let me do what I do best. So let me use all of my best skill set, all of my best tools to really make my wishes come true, to make my dreams come true. So let's see what this is about. So what are we going to create with the Magician? Page of Swords, the Strength card reversed. So you're trying to manifest a message. You're trying to send a message. So some of you may be dreaming or just really thinking and daydreaming about sending someone a message. I feel like you may not feel the most confident about it with the Strength card reversed, but you're trying to hype yourself up and put everything in your favor with the Magician card so that you can send a message to someone. And as you can see, the Page of Swords is looking over here at these set of cards. So not only are you wanting to be the Page of Water to have a new phase in a relationship, to have a new person enter your life or have a new start with someone, you're also wanting it to go as well as it could possibly go. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords. So again, you've been in a situation where you were not in communication or not talking or not taking action towards your divine feminine or some other situation you were dealing with. But now it's like, I don't want to be blocked anymore. I want to send a message and I just have to gain my confidence to do so. So you're trying to amp yourself up so that you can really send the message. And you're thinking a lot about, like, what should I say? How should I express myself? How can I put myself in a situation so that my dreams come true when I send this message? So let's see. So what is this Page of Swords about? Five of Pentacles reversed. So you may be wanting to reach out to your divine feminine to say, you know what, I don't want us to not speak anymore. I don't want us to be distant anymore. I want to come in from the cold. The Chariot reverse. I don't want for things to not be moving forward. I want things to progress forward. I want to manifest with you in a positive, balanced way. I don't want to be imbalanced with you. I want to be together with you and in sync with you. So let's see, what is this Magician card about? We have Deceit. So I feel like with this card and bottom of the deck being the dog, which is about loyalty, which is about friendship, I feel like divine masculine, you're saying you have a dream, you want to manifest things to go in a certain way, and I feel like you don't want to self-sabotage yourself anymore. You don't want to present yourself as one way and then act or feel internally a different way. You're wanting to manifest yourself out of the deceit. You're wanting to manifest yourself out of the cold. You're wanting to express yourself in a positive way, in an accurate way. But again, with that Strength card in reverse, you're a little bit like, well, I'm not sure how to do so. Or I'm not sure how this will be received. So why was this Mask card here? Clarifying the Magician. The Sun, you're wanting to express your true feelings, your true happiness, your true intentions instead of putting a mask on it, putting a gloss on it, and not being truthful. And here we have the King of Swords. Again, remember we have the King of Air right here, same thing. King of Swords is very honest and just and truthful and, is just that kind of man of integrity. And I feel like that's what the divine masculine is wanting to be. They're wanting to be that person of integrity, that person who lets their light shine and who isn't afraid to say what makes them happy, what makes them not happy. And you're having all these realizations about yourself that you're wanting to manifest from now, but you've for a time had a mask on. And even this this card, like you see that there are masks here, and it's almost like there is a sun behind it, but it's being covered, or it's being not fully shining to its highest ability because the mask is over the sun. But now we're trying to have the sun come out and be like, okay, this is how I feel, this is what I want, this is who I am, and let me manifest from that place of honesty and truth to get what I want. Because divine masculine, you seem to be thinking about your divine feminine, wanting to come towards your divine feminine, wanting to send a message to your divine feminine, and you're thinking about the possibilities of how it's going to turn out, of what you want it to happen. And I feel like if you do take that chance, you know, it will go positive with this Nine of Cups. Your dreams will come true. You won't be concerned about it anymore, but it's about you fully taking off the mask here, letting the light shine and saying, you know what, I'm just going to go for it with this Page of Swords. So if we go to the last card, which again was the King of Swords, and it says, speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. And I feel like this is a continuation from the other cards we have here, that you're trying to be this kind of, it says at the top, impartial, professional, diplomatic. You're trying to be impartial with yourself, but you're also trying to be truthful and upstanding and honest with yourself and with the people in your life. And by being that impartial person, being that person who stands in their truth no matter what it looks like, that's going to allow you to have your dreams come true and allow you to be this page of water to the people in your life, to the people you're wanting to basically connect to and reconnect to. So let's see what this is about. And I'm just going to slide these over. So the King of Air. What is this King of Air about for the Divine Masculine's current energy? Okay, so the cards that we have is the Six of Wands upright, and we have the Six of Cups in reversed. In the bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles. So like I said, you're wanting to balance the emotional and the mental. You're wanting to stand in your truth. You're wanting to really say how you feel and own all of that no matter what it is. Now with the Six of Wands coming out reverse, you're definitely, the Six of Wands coming out upright, you're definitely wanting to have success in speaking your mind. But with the Six of Cups reversed, I feel like a part of you is fearful that you're almost like being too emotional, that you're like holding on to the past in a negative way, even though you want success in it. And I feel like a part of you is afraid with the Six of Cups reversed that like the past is being, the past is kind of holding on to you in a negative way, or that the past will always be attached to you in some way, like someone or your divine feminine wouldn't be able to forgive you, to move past the past because they view you in a certain light. So let's see, what is the Six of Wands about? But you know that you're going to have success by standing in your truth, by being honest. So clarifying the Six of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands upright and the Star reversed. So again, I feel like this is like the whole strength card that we had before, going out and coming out in reverse. You're wanting to have success, you're wanting to stand your ground, you're wanting to speak your truth and speak your mind. You're wanting to come forth and speak your truth, but also your passion. But at the same time, there's some hesitancy with the Star reverse that you're not going to get the outcome that you desire, which is what came out here for the Nine of Cups as well. But I feel like, again, you will get the outcome you desire, but it's about pressing forward and, you know, coming out of the shadows, letting the light shine, speaking your mind confidently. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups reversed. So it's like, yeah, you want to be receiving the offer that you want. You don't want to be sad and stuck in your sadness and unhappiness regarding the situation, but you're also sometimes feel unsure that you're going to get the desired outcome. So if we look at the Six of Cups reverse, So 6 of Cups reverse, Temperance, and the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like, again, this 6 of Cups reverse to me is very like fear. Like, I feel like some divine masculines are fearful that their divine feminine will be too stuck in the past with them to the point where they think that they have not changed, or they think that things cannot move forward or be different than they were in the past. So clarifying that, we have the Temperance upright and the 10 of Pentacles reverse. And I feel like this to me is saying that, again, there's that fear that there's not going to be a balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine in terms of making it work together. I feel like the divine masculine is really fearing that the divine feminine won't give them a chance or won't see the opportunity for things to be balanced and positive in a different way than it was in the past. Bottom of the deck is the Hanged Man. So I feel like, again, that feeling of stuckness, like being stuck in the past, stuck reliving whatever didn't turn out so well from the past, from the divine feminine's point of view. It's kind of a fear of, if I go for this, well, what if they're not into it at all? So I want to draw a few cards from my chakra deck, and we'll just see really quickly anything else. There's definitely, fear coming out here. Fear or maybe hesitancy. It may not be as strong as fear for some divine masculines, but hesitancy, a little bit of anxiety over not being successful. So divine masculine. Anything on where the divine masculine are at right now. We just got a lot of cards, so I'm just going to shuffle again. Okay, so the card that I got is Quest. So I'm just going to quickly look at the book. Okay, so Quest is about courage, journey, answers. Okay, and it says, it's time to take a risk. Where in my life do I need to walk my talk? So that's exactly what I've been talking about with the King of Air, needing to walk your talk. With the Nine of Water, when we got the Strength card in reverse, and then we got the Sun card and the Mask card. Needing to not have self-deception, to let your light shine and shine your truth no matter what it looks like, and speak your truth no matter what it looks like. And since this is the 5th chakra, this is your throat chakra. And all of these cards are blue anyways, but it's like divine masculine really needs to speak their truth, walk their talk to whoever they come across. And let's get one more card for divine masculine. Okay, so we got a lot of cards, so I'm just going to quickly show you. So the two that came out on the table was guilt and impasse. And I feel like divine masculine does feel a little bit of, not necessarily guilt, like they're connected by a ball and chain to something, but I definitely feel connected to something from the past, and they feel a way about their stagnation that's been between them and their divine feminine, and they do feel like they're at an impasse. I feel like divine masculine are trying to figure out, next steps here. How do I approach? How do I send my message? How do I get the outcome that I want? How do I get my foot in the door, basically? The other card we got was trickery. So again, that deception, getting over self-deception, getting over the ego stuff, and living your honest, true version of yourself. And the last cards that came out were release and confusion. So needing to release the fear, needing to release the emotions, needing to get out of the confusion, because there's really nothing to get confused about. It's really about being on this quest of speaking your mind, of speaking your truth, and allowing that to bring in new experiences, new phases into your life. Because it's clear also that the Divine Masculine has recently, or is in the process of, closing a karmic chapter. From what I mentioned at the beginning, for what was causing the Four of Swords energy towards the Divine Feminine. It's like a karmic chapter happened. You know, your world may have gone upside down. You may have suddenly lost your job. You may have had a sudden, you know, change in work, sudden change in money, sudden change in other relationships. And it became clear to you that suddenly, I need to move on. I need to be doing something else. So as that happened, and as that's happening and closing now, it's time to kind of start re-engaging in other things. And interestingly, again, because, Mercury retrograde just ended, we're in the shadow period, but it's, the retrograde phase has ended. So it's time to start pushing forward and completing karmic cycles and starting new phases. It's that time now. We've ended the kind of reflection side. So now we're getting to that next chapter, that next part of the year, basically. So that is the reading for where the Divine Masculine is at. Let me know in the comments if it resonates with you. And yeah, if you guys have been feeling any of this energy. Sorry again, the video is late, but I hope you enjoyed it. Again, comment, let me know, and I will see you in my next video.